Hello. Guys, welcome. This is For Real Talkers, and we're live at K&L Studio in Harlem. I'm sitting here with my dear old friend, Kathmandu.
Yes.
And first, I want to thank him so much for allowing me to come into his studio. So thank you so much for having me here.
You are so welcome.
Okay. And, you know, this is wonderful what you guys got going on here. I did want to speak to you a little bit about relationships and get some intake from a man's perspective. But before we do that, I don't know, maybe you want to share a little bit about what you guys are doing here at K&L.
I like that. K&L Productions Records and Films now. It was K&L Production Studios. What we do is we work with artists and musicians, and we work on their music, arrange it, production, singers, rappers. And now we're doing editing. We're editing people's projects for documentaries, videos. We got access now to 3D animation.
Wow.
And so, yeah, with photographs and video. So it's a real exciting time with the technology of video right now for K&L.
Yes, I was quite impressed. You showed me some of that 3D stuff, and it was quite impressive. So I definitely want to utilize something like that too for our show. But now let me just get to the meat and potatoes of it.
Let's get to the meat and potatoes.
Okay. Because I really want to know from a man's perspective.
Yes.
Like, my girlfriends, we always say, sex don't start in the bedroom, right?
That's true.
So do you really understand that? Women, we want a little bit more. Don't wait until you get us in the bedroom to start bouncing all over on us, you know? Do you get that concept?
Yes, I do.
So what kind of ideas do you think that you can share, you know, maybe to enlighten some other people that might not really understand what I mean by that?
Well, one thing I know that most women are more like into stimulation of the mind, and that would attract them to a man. But men are more into that now, you know. So stimulation of the mind kind of makes the body kind of follow. So when you stimulate the mind, and the body is like, oh, I'm going that direction now.
Yes.
So spiritual thing is a good connection. Intellectual is always a good connection. So if you're working off of those two avenues, the conversation can go somewhere, and you can kind of find out about each other and see what do we have in common. What are the commonalities that make us want to be around each other and be attracted? So that's my thing.
Oh, I like that. I
That's
like
my
that.
thing.
So stimulate the mind.
Stimulate the mind.
Because I truly believe if you can stimulate my mind, that's going to bring in the emotions. And when you bring those two connecting together, my mind, my body's going to follow eventually.
I agree.
And so will my heart. Okay?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
You know?
Yes. And, you know, because my brother, he always talk about, you know, women put a lot of stock in their vagina and the coochie, right? And we really feel like, the cookie. Like that's the end all be all. Oh, once I give him some cookie, I'm really going to have this guy. And maybe that worked for like a younger generation in their 20s, but how do you feel about that? What are your thoughts about that?
My thoughts, as Kathmandu, I think women, you got to take that value down so much around the cookie and make it more about the individual and about what are their ambitions. Because one thing I've learned about women is women can see ambition in men, and they will be attracted to the ambition of who you are. Before you have even done anything, they can see things in you and they'll bring it out. So I like a woman that sees something in me and trying to help bring it out. That's going to open me up, and I'll be so receptive to her because she's seeing something in me that I might not necessarily see in myself.
Ooh.
So that's my thing.
Yes, love it. I love
like,
it.
show me, girl, show me how you want me to be with you so that we can agree that this could go somewhere. You know, that's my whole thing. Communication is the key thing.
Well, I'm going to jump in and say honest communication, because
honest communication.
It's got to be honest, because you're not getting anywhere if you're not going to be honest with each other.
That's true.
A guy once told me that everybody can't handle honesty. So he said, you don't always have to tell them the truth because they can't handle it.
You know, that's a matter of opinion.
Okay.
That's a catch-22.
Okay.
To that.
How?
It's a catch-22. It is. Because some women are not good with the truthfulness, and as far as the sensitivity part, they're real sensitive toward their body shape, their weight, the size, or how they look. So the last thing a man wants to do is to tell you something about your size or how you might look that's not attractive to him, that could be a downfall. That could shoot her down. Then energy just goes left. She's not even feeling you. So I'm not saying to lie, but the thing is, what is the word for it? I exaggerate the truth.
Well, maybe there's a good way of saying it. Like, I think that you don't have to tell her that her body is amazing if it really isn't. But you could be encouraging. If you felt like she might need to lose a little weight, you say, babe, you know what? Instead of wearing that green and white dress, I like the way you look better in the black dress. You know, it kind of accentuates you a little bit better.
There you go. There you go.
I mean, you could be a little encouraging like that, or you can just invite her to come to the gym with you. I don't know.
Yes, that could work.
The truth is the truth. I don't think that it helps to lie. I really don't. Personally, I don't.
I don't either, but the truth can hurt.
It can.
And be a turnoff. So it's a catch-22 to it that you got to understand. It depends on how good her self-esteem is.
Okay,
because if you're dealing with a woman with a low self-esteem, you cannot say anything to break her down. See?
That's true. You almost can't tell her anything even about another woman that kind of looks like her, because she's going to think that you're still talking about her. If you say something about somebody else's body, like, I think she's a little bit too big or something like that, and she's a little bit too big and she feels that way, she's going to think that you're talking about her anyway.
Right.
So you might as well tell her the truth in a nice way. No, I'm kidding. Because at the end of the day, you want to remain attracted to her.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't want my man to be getting excited about somebody else that's in better shape than me. I'd rather take care of myself and improve, you know, how I'm looking if I can. I would really like to know that. I want him to tell me the truth.
Yes.
But this has been great. I appreciate you so much for taking time out to speak with me.
Thank you.
We can come back.
Yes, thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank
and
you.
I'm looking forward to working with you.
Yes.
And we will have some fun in the 2-3. We will be all we can be.
Thank you so much for joining us.